But before we go through the elements, I just wanted to make take an aside to discuss terminology of sex trafficking. Now, language is so powerful. Using appropriate terminology can further anti-trafficking advocacy. It can improve understanding of human trafficking and the work people do to enforce the human trafficking laws, and it can help forge meaningful and respectful relationships with the victim. So when appropriate, we try to use person-centered language. So I'll go over some of the terminology. So you may be familiar with the use of the term John. So that usually refers to a commercial sex buyer. And instead of using the word John, we like to use the word buyer, customer, commercial sex buyer, to denote someone who purchases sex from someone who advertised sex for sale. Now, you're also familiar with the term prostitute, and that is a very, can be very offensive and outdated language to use. So a commercial sex worker is an individual who engages in commercial sex work by choice. A trafficked person, a trafficked victim, or a trafficked individual refers to a person who is compelled to engage in either commercial sex work or forced labor against their will. So we try to stay away from terms like prostitute. And same with the term pimp. So the word pimp conjures up an image for many that reflects an incorrect public perception or stereotype. This corruption does not reflect the realities of trafficking or sex work, and therefore the colloquial meaning of pimp should be avoided when possible when talking about trafficking cases. So instead, the more appropriate way to refer to someone is as a trafficker or a defendant. Also, we should be sure to not refer to, I don't know if you've heard this term before, but what's referred to as a bottom. A bottom is colloquial term used for a woman in the trafficker's chain of command who is often responsible for recruitment and other tasks such as transportation, scheduling, etc. In many instances, the quote bottom was previously exploited by the trafficker and may become a collaborator due to self-preservation, coercion, trauma bonding, or because they directly benefit. Instead of using the word bottom, which is an offensive and outdated colloquial term, we use enforcer or collaborator. So those are some of the examples of how we are trying to move away from those outdated and sometimes offensive terms to more person-centered language.